A new season for new art, new creativity, new laughs, new stories, and of course, the Media Prince. I welcome you. Conversations with the Media Prince.
Nike Boy.
What's going on, y'all? You're here with your boy, the Media Prince, for another episode of Conversations with the Media Prince. And to my left, I have this talented brother. Let me just read off his resume because my man has so many titles, okay? Comedian, social media star,
okay,
actor,
okay,
father,
okay,
trendsetter,
okay,
the one, the
okay,
only,
okay,
Davy Ruffin.
okay. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Look, I like that introduction. Hey. I felt like a boxer, Jai, like Muhammad Ali style, Floyd Mayweather, Jai, like that. What's up, y'all?
Well, it's great. It's marvelous,
marvelous
to have you here. This has been a long time coming, and when I just say you're one of the few here that have really set the bar of where you can go with this comedy thing,
right?
And like really taking it to the highest level that it could go.
Right.
Let's just say I can honestly say the whole area has gotten a lot of great laughs from you,
Facts.
Great stories from you,
Facts. And
great ideas from you. But take us back. When did Davy Ruffin even know that he was funny?
I ain't gonna lie. I've been the Jonan type. I've been the class clown and all that at school. But I ain't really, at first I ain't want to take it, I ain't take it serious at all. I used to do little rants on Instagram, probably like 2016. And then my mind one day was like, bro, you probably could, because I was watching Plies. I really started doing all the Instagram stuff because of Plies. It wasn't even because of no comedian. I used to just watch Plies and real die laughing because he was so burnt out. So just think about it right now, I'd be laughing. But he the reason why I started. So it's probably like 2015, 2016, I started getting on there doing my little rants when people started watching. I started getting a little repost because I already was in the go-go's and all that, so I already had a little pop. I was already a little popular, but I wasn't on the internet thing. My friends and them was telling me, man, you should just try it out. And I ain't gonna lie, I used to watch certain dudes on there that I just felt like if they find him funny, I know this guy gonna be an easy little walk for me. But yeah, 2016 is probably when I really was like, I'm gonna take it serious.
Okay.
Really try to go off.
What would you say was that moment where you knew, okay, this is taking off?
Probably when I first started Grandma and Cleavon. Like when I first started that, and I ain't even at first. It started off with just a voiceover of me. I was acting as the kid without the grandma. That started doing numbers. So I was like, all right, now I probably got something with it. Now I probably got a little wave. All right, boom. Let me bring grandma in. And that's when I started that. But then I knew probably when I started, I ain't gonna lie, when I probably started, it was Grandma Cleavon. That's when I really knew I got me a little wave now.
Hey.
And I started making all the other characters.
Okay. So speaking of characters, which one is Davy Ruffin's favorite character?
If I'm gonna be honest, it's between Wavy Davy, like my rapper character. Like okay. I love Slim. Like I really talk about him like he's somebody else. Like Wavy Davy, my rapper character, or Maurice the Workout Beast. I'm probably my favorite too. Or it's probably Grandma and it's probably Grandma and Wavy Davy.
Okay.
And then it's Maurice the Workout Beast.
Okay.
And then it's like 20 of them. No, they in there.
So I look at that all as art and creating. What is that space like when you're doing these characters, these skits? Where are you going in that space? Like, what is that world like?
For me, in the creative space, for me, it's more of it's what I like to do. So it's not hard for me. I get in a whole different element. Like I could be in a bad mood, but when it comes to doing skits and being on stage, it's just second. It's just like an instinct. It's just boom.
Okay.
So it's not really hard for me, but when I get in my zone, I'm really in my zone.
Yeah, and I think the big thing too that I don't think we really pay attention to is not only are you creating the jokes, but you're creating the production with it, how it's going to be written now, how this is hit, and I don't think people take as much appreciation to that overall, so I have to give you your flowers with that because
I appreciate it.
Skits take work. And as we're noticing with this new Reels and TikTok, you're like, damn, I'm damn near a producer at this point.
I promise you.
So explain to us that process because people see the final product. And the final product is what we, laughing, getting our life at on. What was that? What is that process, that world like creating that? Because it takes longer than what we expect.
So it's for the I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not for me now that I've done it so much. It's not a long process, but the level I'm trying to get to is definitely a longer process because I'm more on the camera. I'm really more on the editing. Then you got to do. It's if you want a good project, it's definitely gonna take you time. Like it's I'm gonna just throw it on there. Like the TikTok and the, it make it easier. But when you like doing real production, like I really do film all my stuff by myself, edit everything by myself. Like I used to work with him. I used to watch them and try to learn what they did. And it's definitely a process, but it's not gonna be easy. But it's definitely easy. It's gonna get easier, but it's not easy.
Yeah. It's and I think what we can get from it is you're a true student of your art.
Facts.
And I think we're in a world now where everybody just feels like they could just pick up the camera and just do this.
Right.
And not really understanding that a lot of the people that you're seeing in position, they didn't just pick up the camera. They learned how it worked.
Facts.
They learned how to do this. So at the end of the day, it's you can not only be the talent, but you know what the talent should look like because you've learned all aspects of it.
Right.
So that's something. Now, what is your take on the progression of the comedians here in the DMV?
I feel like here, I'm not gonna lie to you, we got a lot of funny people here. It's just on the comedian tip. I just wish everybody would be more of I'm not trying to be number one. It's like here. It ain't even comedian. It's just like, as a majority, everybody want to be number one. It's not no. You could pull a man up, and it was like that at one time, but it's like we got the funny, we got the baddies, we got the talent. It's just we gotta get more in the aspect of working together and respecting who got what and what's going on. You see what I'm saying? That's how it is with the comedians.
I'm glad you said that though, because I was just having this talk with actually last night I was having a talk with a few people just about we need to champion the champions.
Right.
People forget the bigger picture. The more looks you get, somebody's gonna want to know if there are more Davy Ruffins in the area.
That's all I've been saying.
If you and this is just same for me as Media Prince, I'm not gonna always be able to get the look.
Right.
But if they could get the look, they gonna want to know if it's more than there, and I'm in position ready.
I'm already right there. Facts.
So I think the bigger picture is we need to understand how to just champion the champions, because if you champion the champions, when the champions get the look, they gonna want to see if there's more champions out here. Then they come to find out.
It is. It's a bunch of them. But then it gets to the point. It's like this. All right. If you get one of them, just say, all right, we get somebody from the DV, a comedian, you get on.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of everybody trying to go against them, everybody get behind them.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't enough for him to put a team together.
Facts.
Comedy, I tell people, comedy ain't like the rap industry. It's a completely different. It's a completely different game. You see what I'm saying? You can get more teamwork, dream work on the comedian side than on the rapper side. Like, just to be honest, like those rappers, you don't see groups. You see what I'm saying? You don't see 8, 9. You see them,
right?
But they ain't on the mic. It's a leader.
Mm-hmm.
He got his camp, and then he got his camp. But the comedians, it's nothing for us to 9 of us to put a movie together.
Correct.
Put a couple of dollars down. We know who gonna be the leader of this, who running that. So that's what I really feel like is like the biggest issue, bro. Like everybody wanna be number one. They don't like giving their flowers. Like people don't like giving people their flowers here. I don't understand that for some reason. It's like they'll celebrate, like say for DC Young Flack on me, they celebrate that man like that's really they good man. Like really they met this man like 17 years ago. Like we went to school together. They don't know him from a can of paint. Mm-hmm. It'd be a bammer like me or another comedian. You got Pablo Dog, Goofies. You got you got your spendits, you got a bunch of them. You see what I'm saying? They ain't gonna come at us and treat us as if we got some type of, name or got something going on. Whenever you do that, bruh, we could be the one to get on, and you ain't even gotta wait for them to come get you. We can bring you up and you can do your thing. Like that was my thing from the beginning. Like y'all been coming to my shows since 2017. You see what I'm saying? I always was on I'm gonna put the other comedians on the show. I want to do this, do that. See how this work to see if it'll work. It was working for a while, but I ain't gonna lie. So the way social media work and the way they pull ties and try to make people go against each other, it be so goofy to me sometimes.
I'm glad you pointed that out too, because there's a bigger picture too that I want to dive into with you, because the bigger you get, and we see the social media aspect of it, and of course the camaraderie at home sometimes could be bad or good. Mentally, how do you keep yourself focused in that? Because people don't understand too that there's a mental part too that comes with this.
That's the only, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I be with Blau, I be with Flex all the time. Like when I ain't there, when I'm here, I'm with bruh. When I'm here, I'm with bruh too. But when I'm in LA, with bruh every day. Like we chop it up. It's like it be hard for me to like trust people, because it been to the point where I done gave Bama's my all to try to put everybody in position, and they just gave me their ass to kiss. Like, man, yeah, fuck all that shit you did. That shit old. That shit don't matter. I ain't never the type of nigga to be like, oh yeah, remember I did such and such and such. I don't gotta do all that. But the mental part for me, I ain't gonna lie. It do. If you ain't got people in your corner that really fuck with you, bruh, that shit'll really bother you, Slim. Like, you'll really feel some type of way. Like you gonna stop. It'll make you start looking at niggas like, oh, why am I even like, what the fuck? Like, so. Like, you gotta just keep a good team around you, because if you ain't got a good team around you or a good mindset, that shit going downhill.
See, and they need to hear that, because people think they could just do it on their own, and they don't realize that we need to be refueled. So your circle is important to your refueling, and if you hang with Bamas, that's how you gotta be with like-minded people. Like, exactly.
They ain't gotta be in the same room all the time, or they ain't gotta be in the same lane as you or none of that, but y'all all gotta be on the same accord. That's just what it be like. Y'all gotta have that real understanding. That's been a lot of Bama's problems. They don't be having no understanding with each other. Like, they really competing. Right. That's what really be throwing me off. Like, I can't compete with my mind, bro. That's just, it don't make sense to me, bro. Like, it's not y'all never gonna win. Because when he win, he still lost, because you feel like he ain't winning anyway. Like, you know them niggas be like, say you get like when you do the DMV tops, the influencers, say your man make it on there, but your other man ain't make it. You telling him to do, he like, yeah, that's cool. Shit, they should have put me on there. Shit like that. Like, when niggas say that, now you like, oh, you on some little Bama shit. Like, you being weird. Like, yeah, that ain't. I don't be on that. You just gotta keep your circle tight. Make sure all your men solid. Like, you just gotta do it like that. Well, it's not gonna work.
But we're glad you have that, because if you didn't, we wouldn't be getting the good content we get.
I promise you, it'll be hard.
Hey, but you just mentioned LA. My man is bi-coastal now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely bi-coastal.
East Coast and West Coast.
Yes.
Now, for a lot of us here. Some people don't get the opportunity to even make it to the West Coast. Right. What is that life like there versus here?
For me personally, like LA, it's more. I ain't gonna say it's more lit. It's more people on the same thing as you, but it's more fake there. Like, gotcha. Like everybody out there trying to live a life that they really ain't living a life type shit. Like on the Instagram, they be out LA looking like, they a $1 billion up type shit. Them and they girls or them and they men. Like, but overall, it's a way better experience. If you in the entertainment field, it's a way better opportunity for you. You see what I'm saying? You definitely gotta have some money out there. That's the biggest thing. You got a little paper, you can play around out there. It's easy to tap in out there. Only thing is, if you ain't got no family out there, you definitely get homesick. So it's like, I be out there dolo. You see what I'm saying? I got my peoples out there. I got my management team out there. I got my brodies out there. But at the same time, I be needing my sons, and I be wanting to see Mon Dukes every now and then go pop up on Pop, so it do get a little draining, you see what I'm saying? But overall, it's a whole better experience. Like out of 10, it's a 9.5.
Oh, that's pretty high.
Compared to here.
Okay. Creatively, what's that vibe like? Do you get more creative juices there?
I definitely do, because it's like, you go out there, I promise you, Slim, it'll be I'm talking about Monday through Sunday, you can go any day of the week with my mother. You go to Santa Monica, you got Bama's down there skate and record, you got Bama's on the beach, got the tripod set up, doing, like everybody on what you on, so it's like, damn, Slim, like, man, let me set my shit up right here too, Slim. Like, cause out here, everybody be fake one bid off you for trying to be successful. Like, you can't go out front and put your shit up and do it because niggas want to walk past fake bid on your shit. Fuck you think you is Martin or something. Like, you can't get your work in out there. Everybody on the same shit. You might meet a Bama, you think he ain't nobody. He just on the beach recording. This man got 2.3 million followers. This was just what they do on the regular. Like, it's nothing out there for the juices. That's the spot. You wake up, it's sunny every other day, baby. Out of 7 days, you got 5 sunny days. The other 2 cool. You see what I'm saying? But the juice is cool, bro. Like, you really get your mind out there, bro. Like, you really can find if you got a plan, you gonna find your way out there.
Okay, I like that. So this is something I always like to ask, because you get to experience your comedian world in like different realms. So you have the digital aspect, and you also have the on stage aspect.
Facts.
What is that world like between the two?
So for me, the internet cool, but like I said, y'all been to my shows. My stand up is that's my money. Like I'm on stage, I just go. It's a different lane. Like the Instagram ain't on stage at all. Cause all that laughing through the phone, that's cool when you chopping the video up. It took you an hour to do the shit, to chop it up. It's really a 7-minute video. Then you gotta get on stage and go back to back to back to back to back, and you can't stop. Once you stutter, the crowd already on your ass, and you really gotta be thorough with it. Like, you gotta be tough. It's like, that's the only thing I can honestly say in the entertainment world. That's the same thing I feel like is equal to a rapper. Like, if they go up there and fuck up and get like a weak ass song and get booed, that's the same thing with us with the weak ass jokes. You get your ass booed. Like, but on stage, I like the stage way more than Instagram. Like, I started doing Instagram at the same time I was doing stand up. I probably done did over, like, this not exaggerating or nothing, but I probably done did over like 500 shows.
Hey.
No funny.
Hey.
Like, brother recorded at least 100 of them, because I used to do them every week. I smashed 8th Street on the Rocks, 12. What's that thing at the ball? What's the joint that was at the end that shut down? Halftime. Yeah, I used to do that. Like, that's my thing. I do that stand up.
So now that you at this point you're a vet. So what does Davy Ruffin today say to that Davy Ruffin that got on stage for the first time?
I'm glad you kept going. I'm glad you kept going. Because I ain't gonna lie, like, there's a couple times I got discouraged, though. Like, because I thought I was gonna get the laughs I was supposed to get. I never got booed before, but I definitely got one of the moments where it's like, oh, shit. I need to tighten up. Like, but that was probably like my 3rd show, but what I would say to them, I'm glad you kept going, Slim, because it's like, sometimes I definitely got discouraged. I used to see Bama's followers going up. Cause at that stage, I'm watching other people grow. I'm growing, but I feel like I should be growing faster than them. Or how did they get this and get that? That used to be my biggest problem when I first started. But probably like a year into it, once I really started getting into it, I just started watching everybody, just started working hard, and it just did its own thing for me.
I can agree with you on that, because it's like in Media Prince world. If you don't focus on self, you can get flustered with seeing so much success from other people.
Yeah.
And then it kind of makes you feel like
I'm not going hard enough.
But you are going.
You
hard.
are. That's the point. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's kind of like, I don't want to say a diversion, and it's not hating, because I always be happy for another person when they doing successful things. So it's like, ain't no way he did it and I can't do it times 3 type shit. Like, ain't no way. But at the same time, I do look at it as like, damn, what didn't I do that I felt like I did wrong, basically. Like, I must have did something wrong, but I really ain't do nothing wrong. It wasn't my moment at the time. That's all.
Y'all hear that? And I think people need to hear that too, because a lot of us go through those exact same thoughts and feelings. But unfortunately, social media not telling us that part. They just giving us the finale and not giving us what happened before the curtains open.
You watch that, I'm telling you get caught up in that social media, I promise you, Slim, like, you'll really like, you'll get lost, Slim, because it's like, Instagram's so vicious, right? Like, a nigga can get on there and sound so vicious with it, Slim. Like, if say your mind is locked in on you want to make a rack of money, you probably get on there scrolling, watching niggas do this, little rap niggas like this, boom, or scammers like this, boom. Now you looking at yourself like, damn, I got $200 in my pocket, boy. I ain't doing something right. Nah, it ain't. You just not on what they on. Like, you ain't. All money ain't good money. All things ain't good things.
Like you just said, you're not even appreciating that you got 200 versus 0.
You see what I'm saying? You could be like the good man that's really looking up to you, that ain't really got nothing going on. That's how I always look at it. Like, I don't really trip about the money. Like, I just want to be known as one, like, working hard and being one of the, because I'm going to make this money regardless. Like,
right.
my craft, I'm too like that to not get paid. Like, so I don't worry about that. I just I want to have a legacy. Fuck all the money. I want to be known for, like, oh, yeah, bro really did that. Like, he put the footwork in. He went the hardest. Like, he really went hard with that shit.
That's passion. Yeah. I'm glad you said the known thing, because that's been a question I just was thinking in my head, because you're home,
right,
and you have created a name for yourself home, which is something we all dream to do.
Facts.
How does it feel knowing that, you know, despite the facade of the hoopla of the haters, because everybody loves you.
Yeah, that's
how does it feel to know that you are a hometown hero?
I ain't gonna lie, I feel good. It feel more good because I got 2 sons, so the biggest part be for me when the kids. Yeah. Really, because I love when the adults always rock with me. You see what I'm saying? Because they're adults, they gonna feel it. But when them youngins rock with me, it hit a little different for me.
It make you feel cool. Now that we getting older, we understand what they say.
It's like we ain't have no rappers, we didn't have no social media. Right. So wasn't no influencers. Like, our influencers was the trap dudes and the rappers we could never get in contact with. Like, what rapper y'all remember? Like, really, Lil Wayne and them. You see what I'm saying? That's who we looking up to. Like, so it really do make me happy that the youngest really support me, and they feel like, you know, I'ma lock it in for them. I'm gonna get it done for them. Like, I really do be appreciating that though. Because that was my goal, to work hard and really, you know, make the youngest feel it. My son is the reason I went hard with this. Before I had my second child, my first son, that's who I started doing my skits with. That's who I started rocking with. So to this day, I'm a definitely anything. That's why.
How do they look now that they got a cool lit dad?
You know how they be like. They call, hey dad. They say they seen you on YouTube, and I'm like, oh yeah, hey man. It's cool for them, and that's another thing I had to realize too. Certain things I can't indulge in or get myself into, because the internet really. They terrorize these youngins, Slim. Like, they different than us. Like, they ain't. Most of the time, you know, we was kids, so we ain't gonna say certain stuff or do certain stuff or look at certain stuff. These kids got so much access to everything on these phones and stuff like that. So I just, being where I'm at and knowing the level I'm at and the age my son at now, he about to be 12 in 2 weeks. So it's like, I can't, certain things I want to indulge in that I know I can cut up and do, and it'll mess my brain up and
I was gonna ask you that too. Do you think? We can see fatherhood definitely added a layer of responsibility with you and your platform.
Yeah, that's what made me. That was really the reason I went hard with it, because it's like before. So I'm gonna bust it all down for y'all. How this all started. Before 2016, I started doing the videos, but 2016 in February. But right before that, I was working at Sonic. I was working at Cookout. I was working at Arby's. Just all 3 jobs at the same time, right? This is my first. I ain't never worked fast food in my life until I moved down there to South Carolina. I was living in South Carolina when I started too. Everybody thought I was living here. I was living in Charleston.
Look, all the South people like Cookout. Hell yeah.
You know, they like, man, what? I worked there. I was making $7.50 an hour each job, $7.25 each job. I was probably bringing home $700 every 2 weeks. So it was like, And I was walking 4 miles to work, 4 miles back. All the jobs on the same strip. So yeah, I was skinny. I was real broke. Then this how skinny I was, bro. Y'all ain't gonna believe this shit. I used to really ride my mountain bike to work every day for a year straight. Now I'm like, and I told myself when I did my first video, and it ain't go viral, but it did. It hit the numbers I needed to hit in the city. It probably had like 4,000. At this time I got 8,000 followers. So when I get like 5K likes, 700 comments, I'm like, oh shit,
everybody paying attention.
Oh shit, I done did something. I made it. I'm like, oh, I made it. So I started going hard with it, and then me and my son, I said, man, I forgot the dude name that I had watched. He did a skit with his son. That shit was so funny. I said, man, fuck that. I'm about to start doing it with my son. My son wanted to do the little acting anyway. So we started doing our little skits, doing our little car rides, singing and stuff like that. And that's when I had told my son, I was like, man, me and my son, we always talk like friends since we was, like, I'm always a father to him, but I always a hear him out. Like, I'm going to talk to you like a man at the end of the day. Like, yeah, so what you think about the comedy thing? And he ain't nothing but about 4, 5 years old, like 6. Yeah, Daddy, you should do it. It was fun. All right, cool. I'm going to go hard with it. He's like, all right. So ever since then, I quit all my jobs. I really moved up here. I was homeless from 2016 to 2017. I was homeless. I was living in a trap. Shout out to my boy Sweets from TCB. That was my first manager ever that took the risk on me. I appreciate you, Slam, to this day. You know, we ain't never had no falling out. We just ain't see eye to eye, but I appreciate you, Slam. You definitely was the one who told me, bro, I'm about to bring you home. I'm going to go off on you. The first one took a bid on me, Slam. So if I ever do what I am, when I do make it there, I got you, Slam. You hear me? Yeah,
and now look at you.
Yeah.
And that's all on also too the big picture I wanted to take too with that is betting on yourself.
Facts.
Because a lot of us get though, you know how we all, for every positive thought you have, there's a negative one telling you can't do it. But you gotta like go for yourself and go for the positive aspects because as you can see, you can do anything.
Right.
Now, you mentioned your son, you said the word acting. Now, that is one of your titles. So what is the acting world like for you?
And that's another thing. So the acting world for me is that's what I'm on now. Like I'm done really doing skits. I'm on the acting side. Like I still draw my skits for the fans, but I'm really more on my acting because that's really, you gotta evolve. So it's like you do your skits, okay, boom. Now you got your stand up and your acting. That's two different things too. But I'm just trying to I'm trying to be a jack of all trades and master it all. But I'm definitely in my acting bag right now.
I like that. So as you get further in success and it's all said and done, what is Davy Ruffin learning about himself so far?
Man, I'm learning, I need to be more patient.
That's all of us, everybody.
I promise you, I need to be more patient. I need to prioritize a lot more. You see what I'm saying? I need to stop procrastinating on certain stuff.
Hey,
that's my biggest thing, though. It's like, I got a book bag in the car right now, probably full of, like, I promise you, I got 12 movies already written up. And it just, I procrastinate. That's my only 3. That's my biggest one is procrastination, because it's like, I wanted to hit so hard when I drop it. If it don't do, when I drop, I be feeling like, damn, if it don't do what I wanted it to do, did I waste the project?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Like, is it a waste of a project? Should I wait? Cause I done took a 2-year break, to be honest with you. Like I had to get my mental together, like really get my life in order and get everything back situated. I'm still dropping, making money, doing my thing, but really getting in my bag like I was in my bag doing 3 shows a month, selling out everything. I was drained. I put it like that. I had that going on. Then I had the child support thing going on. Then I'm going back and forth to court with my son, mother. So real life, people gotta understand. Instagram and real life is 2 different things.
Say that again for the people in the back.
Gotta really understand. Like people really be having like real life shit going on. Like we can't give you everything on the gram, but we gotta give you what you asking for, what you here for. But when we get off this motherfucker, Man, it's a whole different ball game, Slim. That's why I ain't gonna lie. That's my most thing I'm appreciative of, because I got so much going on in real life on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Social media definitely be an extra for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'll boost me, get my spurs back up sometimes. Let me know, you still him, get in your jam and do your thing type stuff.
How often do you watch your skits back? I
never do.
Really?
Promise you. Only way I watch a skit back is if I'm commenting back and it's on while I'm commenting. Cause I don't really like to watch myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you here with me,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I don't really like to watch my interviews back.
I don't like to listen to my voice.
I get cringy with my voice, how I'm asking the question. Now, like you did say, when it's commenting time, then I watch just to see. Sometimes I'll be like, damn, I did do good.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm like,
yeah, you could have did. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Mm-hmm.
So, when it's all said and done, how does Davy Ruffin want to be remembered?
Hard worker and one of the greatest to come out of the area.
Hey,
I definitely want to be remembered as one of the greatest to come out of the area.
We seeing that's happening.
Hard work. I don't want too much more. I don't want to be considered Superman or Robin Hood, the savior. Just one of the goats. That's all. Just one of the goats. I ain't trying to be the top goat. Just put me on the list. Now, top teasy. You ain't even gotta be your top. Just if my name on the list, that's all I need. Just put me on the list.
Well, from one goat to another, you are definitely at goat status.
I appreciate it.
So you help us laugh and get through a lot of our days. Who is it? Who is that for you on social media?
Plies. To this day, like you can ask, bro. I don't really watch other comedians just because I do not want to have any of their type of content. Like it's really like I tell people now that it's so flooded now. It's not too much different content going on. It's really recycled content. It's just you put it in your little form and you did it your way. That's why I'm going more on the filming side, because it's like in the filming world and the acting world, you really can create. You see, skits is gonna always be a skit.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying? You can only go but so far with it because it's a skit. It's made for brief. It's a brief thing. It is not long last. It's not a short film. It's a skit.
Right.
You can only do so much into a skit. So that's why everything be starting to come together. Like all the podcasts you see, everybody talking about the red pill, blue pill, what women should wear, what women talking about dudes ain't just like everything starting to be the same. So it's like, man, for me it's Plies, bro.
Hey.
It's Plies, bro. I love Plies, bro. I watch that man every day, bro. He like my Steve Harvey, bro. I promise you. Plies like my Steve Harvey.
Man, I just said you be having us laughing like shit. So you know this shit is funny. So I want to ask you, have you ever, when you're filming the skits, have you ever had that skit where you've had to continue to retake it because you're busting out laughing at yourself?
Now, I had a couple of them. Like, when I do my Dallas skits, when I do my Dallas jumps, I be having to redo them a lot. Not even redo them a lot. I have to do like 4 or 5 takes because sometimes I say something so burnt out that I just probably a bust. Like, sometimes I jump out the tree, fake get caught in the jump, flip, we bust out laughing, or like, I say the score, I say a score that I ain't even meant to say. Like, I say, like, it's about to be 5,089 and -7. That shit, like, we all had up, so that shit gonna have us bust out laughing with the mess the camera. But yeah, my bloopers, that's another thing I'm about to be on more. I don't really post everything. Like, my bloopers probably the funniest shit I got. It's funnier than the damn film. If I make a film of all my bloopers, I promise you.
I can hear them now saying, yeah, release that.
Let us see it, bro. Let us see it. I got y'all, Slim. Y'all make sure y'all come subscribe to my little subscriber button. It's back. They gave it to me on my birthday. They gave it to me February 12th. So, I'm back.
So we see the hat, the saying marvelous.
Yes.
We clearly know when we hear that, we think of Davy Ruffin.
Facts.
How did that saying come about?
That's crazy you asked me that, bro. I promise you, Slim. Only reason I started saying marvelous because I tried to sound so intelligent, bro. I swear to God. One day I was talking to this white lady at the bar, bro. I promise you, Slim. She was like, it's a nice day outside. I said, yes, it's marvelous. And she bust out laughing. And after that, I was like, Mo, I feel like that shit gonna be cool, Mo, if I walk around just, and I'm black. niggas don't say marvelous. Like, so I'm like, shit, man, what's up, bruh? Shit, it's marvelous. Niggas talking about what? Bust out laughing like when you first hear it, because it's like, what the fuck is he talking about? But now it's like, it's really a saying now. Like, people will see me be like, what's up? It's marvelous. I'm like, man, it's marvelous.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy how strong. Like,
you talking to a white girl in the bar now, that's gonna be a
that's what's the craziest part to me, Slim. If she wanted to laugh, I don't think I would be saying it. Like, she died laughing, Slim. So I was like, damn, this must be like that ass line I just said. I'm using marvelous for now on, Slim. I'm about to brand it. The only fucked up part about it is I can't trademark the word marvelous. So coming this year, y'all, I'm taking that R off the motherfucker. And I'm called, like how we don't say marvelous, we say marvelous. I'm gonna put the M-A apostrophe.
Hey.
Valess. So the new merch coming soon, because they got me fucked up. I'm branding my shit. I don't care what y'all talking about. I'm branding mine.
And we just mentioned you know you had a white girl laughing, but you actually do have a white audience too now. Like, what is that like, knowing that you?
I ain't gonna lie to you, right? When I had a show, probably like a couple months ago, probably had like 60 white people, right? I'm like,
that's a lot.
Yeah. It kind of threw me off, because I promise you I never thought that none of my jokes, like, I know I've reached the inner hood white folks and the middle class whites, but
right.
I ain't really know I had like white fans. So, you know, my eyes lit up. It was red, you know, both green. I know they bought their tickets full price. They bought the advance tickets at that, because they was already in.
And they got there on time.
Yeah, they got the drinks at the table. So, you know, I said, okay, they blending in too. It was blending in.
Hey.
So me having a white crowd, I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad I could be diverse with my jokes now. I guess my jokes are diverse enough.
Yeah.
They come and see the boy.
Hey.
So I like that. I got some jokes. I got my Seinfeld jokes for him.
Hey.
And what's crazy is we really think white people probably ain't grow up. Like, a lot of white people parents used to whip their ass just like we used to get our ass whooped. They used to be, a lot of motherfuckers used to be poor like us. We just don't know. You know, we was eating ramen noodles. They was eating like spam. You see what I'm saying? We was eating Scrapple. They were eating like the homemade loaves of bread from the grocery store. You see what I'm saying? Their struggles is a little different, you know. They had manwich. You see what I'm saying? We had hamburger helper without the meat.
You
man.
can't help it. This is a funny man right here. So, what is next for Davy Ruffin?
So, right now, I'm working on this film. I'm about to just drop back to back. So, I'm working on this film called The Ruffins. I'm working on this new, I don't want to call it a podcast. I want to call it more of a web series.
Okay.
It's going to be called Couch Time with Pat.
I like that.
And then I got another one I'm working on now. It's either going to be between, and I wanted to put this on social media so everybody, you know, it's going to be either The Real Husbands of the DMV,
Ooh,
or For the Love of Davey. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the route I'm going right now. I'm going to put a
innovation.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I'm going to put a survey up for the fans, because I really want For the Love of Davey or The Real Husbands of the DMV. If y'all don't know, The Real Husbands of the DMV is going to be similar to The Real Husbands of Hollywood that Kevin Hart did. You know, but it's gonna be.
That's gonna be funny as shit.
I promise you.
That's gonna be funny as shit.
It's gonna be our twang on it though. You know, we gonna have our thing. I'm switching the scenarios up because we live a different life, so we ain't gonna have the budget they got. So our shit gonna be even funnier. When they on them big ass dates at Roof Crest and all that, we will be at Chili's. Let y'all know this shit down, okay? So y'all, that's all I'm giving y'all from that, right? I'm not
got good margaritas.
I promise you, you can get 20 of them. $52. We're not going to Morton's today, baby. So y'all be prepared, man. It's going to hit so vicious, so vicious.
Now see, that's why people love you. See how you include them on what you're doing, so people that's watching you feel like they're a part of your journey. That's
my biggest thing though. Like I ask the fans, because people are like, bro, why you asking them? Because at the end of the day, bro, I want the people to have what they want exactly. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I want regardless. You see what I'm saying? But having the masses that support me tell me, look, bruh, we watch this, but if you drop this, we fucking with you for sure, for sure. All right, I'm dropping that for sure, for sure. Then I'm coming back with the behind the other shit that they gonna fuck with it anyway because they fucking with this too hard. Promise you.
Okay.
Promise you.
So before I let you go, I want to play my game what you call either or.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you some comedians.
Okay.
The person you say stays. The person you don't say never existed.
Damn.
And for you, I'm gonna give you 2 marvelous passes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You ready?
I take my 2 marvelous passes. So let's get it.
All right. Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle?
Dave Chappelle.
Okay. Dave Chappelle stays. Eddie Murphy or Martin Lawrence?
Martin Lawrence.
Okay. See, he's sticking with the hometown so far, so we love that. Okay. Kevin Hart or Cat Williams?
Cat Williams.
Okay. You're doing pretty epic at this point. Steve Harvey or Bernie Mac?
Bernie Mac. Easy money.
Okay. One more for the fellas. Mike Epps or Chris Tucker?
I'm going with Chris Tucker, man. I'm sorry, Mike, but I gotta go with Chris. Bro. Chris stand-up is like that. Y'all not gonna tell me otherwise. All the rush hours hitting. All of them hitting. He did one Friday, did numbers. The Elements, numbers. So we're not gonna do that, man.
Okay.
We're going to touch.
I heard what he said.
Yeah, we're going to touch, man.
All right, let's move to the women. Wanda Sykes or Kim Waynes?
Wanda.
Okay.
Wanda.
You see, he's sticking with the hometown.
Wanda,
I love that.
Come on, man.
All right, Monique or Leslie Jones?
Monique.
Hey, okay. First of all, reading this list, it's dope to see how many greats we do got from the DMV.
I promise you. You know that.
That's crazy.
I'm hearing them names. You know, I know exactly what we're talking about. Yes, sir.
Okay. Samore or Lunel?
Woo! Now that's where you hit me hard at, boy. I was just on the phone the other day, and I'm talking to Lonnie B about that. I said, bruh, them two, I'm never able to choose. I'm using my marvelous pass for them two right now.
Okay.
I can't do my sisters like that because I love them both. They both so raunchy.
I saw Samore in person, and best decision ever, bro. I'm crying, bro.
I know she like that, bro. That's why I say I'm giving. And Lunel, I love Lunel. Slam her and Cat. Ray, I love them. I'm using my marvelous pass.
There we go. Okay. Tiffany Haddish or Amanda Seales?
Amanda Seales.
Okay. And one more. Cheryl Underwood or Adele Givens?
Whoo, marvelous pass. I'm using my marvelous pass. No, you ain't giving me that. Because that'd be like you asking me between Bernie Mac and Dave Chappelle. That's how I would feel. You paying me up. So I can't do it like that. I'm going to use my marvelous pass for the last. All the sisters, y'all get y'all marvelous pass, baby, because y'all do y'all thing. So
hey.
I'm using my marvelous pass on that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Davy Ruffin. Please let them know where they can follow you at and where they can find you at.
So y'all can follow me at Davy Ruffin, DavyRuffin, on all platforms. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I gotta figure the TikTok thing out. I think my name on TikTok. I really don't know it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm really not a TikToker because the dances, they kill me. Like I said,
you already winning though because you said Twitch. That's a whole world that people that the millennials really on.
And that's before I leave. Look, y'all guys. I promise y'all, Slim, you gonna make more money on that Twitch streaming than you doing outside, Slim. I promise you, Slim. I know some youngins right now making at least $20,000 a month on Twitch just playing the game. Y'all playing with me anyway on the game. Y'all outside playing them streets, leave it alone, man. Go get you a Twitch, go get you a YouTube, get you a phone, get you a camera, and get this, get this instant money, man. It ain't instant, but get this residual money that you ain't gotta really worry about, and it's legal, and you can put on your paperwork, and you get the money for your taxes at the end of the year. You can write it off, Snap. So let me show you a little game, man. I got before I leave too, I got a class I'm putting together. I'm showing all the youngins. I'm gonna do the 10 to 15 kids in high school. I'm trying to go per school or find a school, but I'm gonna show y'all how to film from your cell phone, how to record on the green screen from your cell phone, how to edit from your cell phone, everything from your phone. It's gonna be called How to Go Viral. You see what I'm saying?
I like that.
You know, so that's for y'all. It's gonna be free of charge too, Slim, on me. And if you finish the class, you can get a free green screen, a free tripod, and a free skit on me. You know, for your brand, for your page, however you want to do it. So I had that coming for y'all this March. You know, I'm gonna holler at my boy Shots too, because I want my boy to be involved. My boy DMV Media Prince.
Hey, man, if that ain't marvelous, I don't know what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
I like to end them off with one motto that you live by, and then we out.
Man, my number one motto, man, stay solid, stay loyal, and stay out the ways, man. That's my saying right there, man.
There we have it. Conversations with the Media Prince Shop at MOB.